Good morning, bonjour, buenas noches. Welcome to Life's Questions and Lessons. I am your host, Charity Youngblood, and I am so excited and grateful that you are here with me today. This podcast is unedited because life is unedited. As always, we'll get started with a question and whatever activity you engage in to explore your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs, please feel free to do. So today's first question is, what does community mean to me? What does community mean to me? So I was recently reading an article and it talked about basically some things that are missing, like kind of like what things do you feel like you're missing in your life? And, do you feel like you have a community to lean on was one of the questions that really struck me. And I remember, I try to remember the first time that I really felt like I was a part of community. And that was when I was in church. So I actually grew up in the church, the Baptist church, which is a whole other conversation for another day because, whoo, Lord. But, that's really when I remember feeling like I was a part of a community. I had so much support, and there were multiple people in groups, large groups of people. We would take trips together, and there was I was part of so many different groups in church. And that was probably, I'd say, about the time that I was in elementary school up until my teenage years, so probably about until 18. And then after that, I kind of had just individual friends. And I never really thought about it. And it probably, in all honesty, is due to everything that happened with COVID. A lot of our lives are just less communal, right? We just don't see each other. People have moved. A lot of the events that would have been in person are virtual now. And so I really wanted to bring this question to the podcast because one of the things that I really do know that I'm missing in my life is having a strong, powerful community of women in person. I'm part of a lot of virtual groups and online communities, but I really don't have that sense of these are women that I can call at any time and on no matter what I'm dealing with. I have that in my individual people with wise counsel, but an actual group of people that I can, see all at one time, or we can talk all at one time. So as you're exploring this for yourself, really think about what community means to you. And if you're kind of getting a little bit tripped up or you're not really sure how to answer that question, another question could be, what does community feel like to me? So for me, community really feels like home. It's people you can trust, you can depend on, that really help to guide you in that group setting. And there really is something to be said about the power of a group, because when you have a lot of people all around and you're sharing your stories and you're, leaning on each other and supporting each other, it's a lot more, I'd say the insights are a lot more apparent, and you realize just how similar you all are and the struggles and the challenges that you go through. That group support is really, really powerful. So I definitely challenge you to think about these questions for yourself and ask yourself these questions in curiosity, not judgment. We are not here to judge ourselves. As always, thank you so much for listening. Please rate and review this podcast wherever you are listening to my words. And if this was helpful for you, please share it. If it was helpful for you, it's probably going to be helpful for someone else. And until next time, take care.